Lady Trump! The First Lady Trump!
Today we're here for our park, so let's go. Save our park! Save our park! Save our parks! 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 Thank you!
My name is Danielle Chesick. I'm from Scranton. I'm here with my husband, Chris, and my son, CJ. We are here today to protest the illegal and unjustified firings of federal workers. This is hitting close to home now with Steamtown, with 5 workers that were terminated recently. So this is impacting national parks and national sites all over the country. Steamtown is a place that is close to our heart. My son is a train enthusiast, so we go there frequently. I would say over the last 10 years, we've been there a lot. So this is something, we recognize what an asset it is to the community and how amazing the workers are that are being terminated. So we wanted to really go out and fight, get the community together to realize what an issue this is right now. It impacts the workers, but also Scranton as a community. I feel like there are so many people that come to this area for Steamtown, and with the workers that were terminated, it's sort of unknown what could happen with the future of Steamtown at this point if they're able to operate as normal. So with that may even decrease the amount of people that come here to Scranton, which is concerning. With that'll start impacting local businesses and everything. We don't want to see anybody lose their jobs. That's why we're here fighting today. Every single person, every single federal employee is important. And with the unjustified firings, we really want to make our voices heard so our elected officials know that we don't stand for that. I just want to thank everybody, for coming out today. It just really shows that the community comes together when stuff like this happens. So
I came here today because my dad was a conductor on the Lore Line. And I was a little enough child to ride the Lore Line, the last car out of here. And later on in his life, he worked on the Erie Lackawanna Freight. So I do have history with trains in Scranton, so does my whole family. And I know my dad would be here today if he could. And everybody knows that guy's name that starts with the T. It's a bad word, so we won't use it, but that man has nothing on his mind except chaos. Any way he can do it. He said he was for the workers. No, he's not. I'm a union president. He is not. He is not for any workers. Don't get confused by that. Stay focused. Congratulations from all of me to you for coming out on this gorgeous morning. So let's keep on fighting. My name is Rosemary Boland. I'm president of the Scranton Federation of Teachers. And we as a union are here to support all the workers at the Steamtown National Park. And we're here to tell President Musk, who we've never elected, that stay out of our town. This is Scranton, Pennsylvania. We are a proud city. Our people are hardworking people. We appreciate our national parks, and we don't want somebody coming from South Africa bringing his ugliness here. We don't believe in any of that. We are a very diverse, wonderful, loving community, and we intend to stay like that. So stay out of our city. Unions built the working class, built the middle class. We built this country, the middle class, all workers, starting here on the east and meeting up with the west. We built this railroad all across the United States of America. It brought jobs to the whole country, including the rural areas, our farmlands, to get their products to market, cattle to market. This is the economy of the United States that we're talking about. And these fools have no clue what they're doing to the economy of this country. Unions negotiate for fair contracts. We sit as equals at the negotiating table, and we work hard. Our members work hard, and we sustain the economy. That's what this is all about. We've got to keep this economy going, to keep labor working. I want everybody in America to start doing what we're doing here today. Get out, protest this fake government, protest this Elon Musk man. He doesn't belong here. He's not an American. He's a phony. And he only wants to keep billions and billions of dollars in his American contracts, and he wants to destroy this country. Well, guess what? He's not destroying this country. We are the United States of America, and nothing is beyond our doing. Nothing.
You know, Steamtown is an important part of Scranton. Economically, it's a driver for Scranton. And obviously, any negative effect on Steamtown is going to have a negative effect on Scranton. The loss of those workers is a shame, and it shouldn't happen. Steamtown is a strength for Scranton, and strengths need to be reinforced. There's a personal reason for us to be here, too, for my wife and my son. And I want to touch upon that. My son, at a very early age, showed an interest in trains.
Same here.
He was less than a year old. And where that interest comes from, I have no idea. It wasn't from me, it wasn't from my wife. It wasn't from anyone in our family, it was just an interest he had. So we only live a few miles, like maybe a mile and a half away from Steamtown. We started bringing him down there. And in those 10 years, it's become his second home. And he has learned a tremendous amount about his passion from Steamtown, from the people that work there, just from visiting. And it's truly a wonderful place. And it's something that needs to remain in Scranton. It's something that needs to function at its fullest for Scranton. So that's why we're here. That's why we did this. And I can't thank everyone here enough. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Chris Chesick. We're here today to support Steamtown. Several of the workers that were there were fired, and it's an injustice. It's an economic engine for our area. If it's not able to operate at its full capacity, that drive won't be there. It's going to have a negative effect on our economy. Steamtown does have a personal connection. I have a personal connection with Steamtown. At a very early age, my son showed an interest in trains. We started bringing him down Steamtown, and in those 10 years, that interest has grown, that fascination has grown, and he's learned a tremendous amount from the workers and the people there, and it's invaluable to us. I think what would end up happening is obviously the amount of tourism it would bring in would basically dwindle, and that would stop people from coming into the city and visiting local restaurants or staying at local hotels and visiting local businesses. I think it will have a pretty devastating effect on the economy of Scranton.
I've wrapped up a 35-year career with the National Park Service as a park ranger, historian, museum curator. Support the National Park Service, not just Steamtown. There's 400 National Park units, ranging from Alaska to Hawaii to Guam, coast to coast, Pacific to the Atlantic. The Park Service is so important to save our natural resources and our historic resources. Without them, America becomes almost nothing. That we have no history, we have no wildlife, we have no deer, we have no antelope, we have no forests. That there's no hunting unless it's indigenous in Alaska in the national parks. You can fish, that's a different issue. But we've got to save all of our parks, and some of it starts local. I'm going to spin for a moment. I have a petition here for people who live in the city of Scranton, registered Democrats, to put Paige Cognetti back on the ballot for April for the primary.
Where is she? Why isn't she here?
I can't speak to that, but that's a good question. She should be. Yeah, you're right. She should be. I will not argue against that at all. But do continue supporting the parks. Very, very important throughout the nation.
My name is Donna, and this is my sister Jennifer. And we just wanted to talk a little bit about Steamtown and how important it's been to our family. My nephew Darren, my sister's son. We took him there since he was this big. We were listening to the story, The Little Boy's 10.
I used to take him when he was in a stroller when he was a baby.
Yeah, we took him all the time. played on the mail truck. We did everything. We were all over there all the time. You know, big boy, whatever. So he actually became a volunteer.
Yeah, he volunteered there once he was old enough. He volunteered at
16.
Steamtown for
Yeah.
years. He spent so much time there and so many hours at Steamtown that he received the President's Award from President Obama when he was in high school.
He was a VIP volunteer at 16.
Yeah.
He actually did so much work there. He actually planned the Rail Fest
Yeah, he
as a
helped
high
plan-
school student.
He also
Amazing.
He also
Yeah.
planned several World War II programs there
Yeah.
at Steamtown when he
Yep.
was still in high school. After high school, he went to military college. He's now in the Army. He's a first lieutenant. He's finishing up his 4 years of active duty, and he's going to be in a reserve unit that's a railroad unit in Chicago. But he's also his job out of the Army will be with the railroad, the Norfolk Southern. So
He just accepted a position.
yeah, so
at
Steamtown
Norfolk
really
Southern.
has been a very big part of his life.
So important. We were here all the time.
Yeah.
You know, all the time. It means so much to our family, really.
My name is Bob Casey. I'm a colleague of Danielle's on the Scranton School Board. I was on the Scranton School Board when they brought Steamtown down from Bellows Falls. One of the main people who brought Steamtown down was a Republican by the name of Joe McDade. It was a hard push to get it down here, but it's not only a train engine, it also became an economic engine for Lackawanna County. A couple weeks ago, I attended a conference in Washington about school boards, and it was an advocacy conference. And what they basically said was that the guy who was speaking said, I'm a lobbyist. It's my job to go in and tell them. They know what I want, but what they listen to is the individuals calling their office and saying, stop the nonsense. We have a new congressman. I can't even pronounce his name. I don't even know if he was born when Joe McDade brought Bellows Falls down. And there was a group of them. It was Joe McDade, it was Jimmy McNulty, we all know who Jimmy was, a county commissioner by the name of Joe Corcoran and Ray Alberigi, and it was what government is all about. But what this guy said, they don't listen to the lobbyists. They listen to you, the voter. And if you don't call our new Senator McCormick and tell him to get a spine, and the new guy, I can't even pronounce his name, Bergehan, whatever. He's a first-term congressman, and he's scared of losing his job in 2 years. Well, tell him if he doesn't support us, the door to the Capitol is that way, at the voter booth. Please call your congressman and your senator and tell them, stop Trump and President Musk. Thank you.
The first Steamtown excursion ever, September 1st, 1984. I still kept the ticket. And I'm also Carbondale area school director, and I know the value of history and education. And Steamtown is a huge resource as far as I'm concerned. I mean, all the money they put into building that, maintaining it is minor compared to what it costs to build something like that. And it is, like I said, huge local history resource. And somebody's gonna need a diaper change, so I have to leave. I can't say, I wish I could stay, the whole time with you guys, but, so thank you guys so much for coming out. Come on.
We go to Steamtown because we honor our history. We honor everybody that has come before us, everybody that has been engaged. If you've never ridden on a steam engine, you're in for a treat the next time you get a chance to do so. Please do it. They want to get rid of the Santa train. Who hates Santa Claus?